This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, this is Jack from Charting the Markets, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Friday, the 6th of September. My disclaimer, I do this for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing, learn from it, transfer it to your own charts. I'm not here to issue trading signals. Right, what has happened overnight is that I was saying that we were probably going to see a test of the monthly pivot, which we saw yesterday, and that we had the double top target down here, which has almost been reached, but not quite overnight. That was in about the 54.60 area. We made it down to about 54.70. Could we be looking at a low here? Potentially, yes. It's kind of got the look of one. We've certainly got a shot at doing it, but the resistance overhead is going to be at the daily middle bands, and that's what needs to be broken back above today. So we're going to see whether that can happen. Meantime, we've got a weak 60-minute buy signal fixed on ES, and nice looking potential double bottom set up on here on NQ. RTY, a weak 60-minute buy signal is fixed as well, and again, this is kind of a bottomy looking setup. I'd like to see a reversal pattern forming if we are going to reverse back up, but I have been wondering whether we would see a retest of the high before we would see a larger decline, and I'm thinking that might be coming next. YM tested the monthly pivot, that is holding so far. Still, no, the weak 60-minute buy signal reached possible near miss target already. But again, potential bottoming action looks like wedges. DAX and the STX. No 60-minute buy signal on DAX, but that is a potential double bottom. On the STX, that isn't a potential double bottom, but that is an open buy signal, which is now a full 60-minute buy signal. Trying to get back over the monthly pivot. This has an opportunity to go up here. We've had some decent numbers this morning. The market reaction has been positive. Let's see how it goes. All right, let's have a look at the bigger picture charts on equities. Okay, yes, the RSI 5 sell signal made target, and it made target on SPX as well, or at least near as damn it. What we did do yesterday was break below the daily middle band, and that is the key resistance today. I've got that at 53.72 at the close yesterday on SPX, and I've got that on ES at 55.52. Can we break back over that, or are we going to confirm with another close below today? And actually, we've already confirmed on ES because we'd already broken below the daily middle band. But SPX is the one I would generally watch by preference. We will see. Let's have a look at the 15-minute chart. No divergence there. It kind of looks sloppy. I don't think there are any decent patterns here. Let's just take a moment to draw. But I don't think there's nothing really. It's not a bad resistance trend line actually. Let's have a look at the support. Okay, that is a decent falling wedge, and that falling wedge could be a flag. So watching that with interest, but if we break up from that, we've certainly got an opportunity to go back. We haven't made the double top target here, but we came very close. That might be close enough, and also the other thing is we've got some support here. This is a potential breakaway gap, and breakaway gaps can be support and resistance on any subsequent move. And if we're finding support there, that is therefore a pretty decent area to be finding it. So watching it with interest, I'd quite like to see a high retest and a retest of the all-time high on SPX before this move is done. We will see whether we'll get that. But this isn't a bad setup to get there. We've got an opportunity to break up, and we may break up today. If so, we may go straight back and retest the this high here and the all-time high, which would give us a much better setup for a large decline. All right, let's have a quick look at NDX. NDX, this really isn't an obvious setup. This could be a head and shoulders forming, but even that's ugly. We don't really have anything potentially that attractive on a decline, but we've got a decent one on SPX, so we will see. We're a long way below the, significantly below the daily band, which is already confirmed as well, like ES. Again, that is resistance. Again, we need to see a break up if it's going to, and I've got that at 19,259 now. Looking at Dow, no divergence on the 15 minutes, made the sell signal target on the hourly chart. In terms of a pattern from the high, possibly. Let's have a look. I've got to say, I wasn't expecting to find that SPX pattern, so it's not always possible to just see it by eye. okay looking trend line there. Do I have a matching one on the downside? Nothing strong, possibly, but nothing like the SPX one. It's but again, here we've got an easy road back up, because on the daily middle band we never actually broke it on a down. So all it has to do is avoid breaking it today, and it would be, this is the obvious area to bounce from already. Looking at IWM, we've got a decent looking potential overall flag here. It has broken down slightly there. That could actually improve the trend line. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, it does. That is a potential falling wedge. Obviously, it would be a fairly sizable move just to get it back to the resistance. But this I've been looking at it as a potential bull flag, and it is a potential bull flag. I'd quite like to see this go back and retest this high. We did leave by coming down earlier than I expected. We did leave some unfinished business above, or at least it looked like it. It would be nice to fix that. And it looks as though we may be about to fix it. IWM, again, we've got resistance at the daily middle band, and I've got that at 213.41. All right, let's have a look at DX. DX has seen a big decline on the numbers this morning. So 60-minute buy signal fixed. I was saying yesterday that the IHS had failed. So I was looking for a retest this low. Looks as though we're going to be seeing that sooner rather than later. Looking at the UUSD chart, heading back to the high. That is the obvious direction for it to be going in. ZB, I was calling this as a flag triangle, and talking about a retest of this high here at 126.30. We almost made it this morning, but not quite. I'm still looking for that retest at 126.30 and possibly the second high of double top when we get that. CL is still kicking around in the 68-69 area. I'm thinking we might see a rally on the way, but I am leaning towards seeing a retest of 63.5. And I think we're going to be hitting that within weeks. So we will see. I suspect any decent rally here is a sell. NG, we got a little potential level top here. We got a 60-minute sell signal fixed, and this looks like a flag megaphone. Could go a little higher within the flag, but I think this is probably going to be resolving into a retest this low in the 2 area in the not too distant future. GC has broken up from the flag with dollar declining. SI has broken up and back tested, and that's looking good at the moment. At the moment, that looks comfortably bullish. We do have now some negative divergence, possible 60-minute sell signal brewing on copper. We will see how that goes. We've got a little double bottom, but that's already played out. There isn't a bad case for going back and retesting the low on this, but I don't think that's probably what's going to happen. So let's have a look at, hang on, bear with me for a second. All right, let's have a look at the others. And let's start with KC. All right, KC. KC looks like a flag. Might need to retest this low to set up a little level bottom, but I'm liking the upside, holding the monthly pivot as support. This could, though, on an alternate read, be a head and shoulders that is formed. So if we broke down hard below the monthly pivot, break and convert that, and we're potentially looking at a target which would be down here in about the 226 area. Looking at sugar. This could be a head and shoulders leading towards the upside, and I would note the 60-minute sell signal has already reached the possible near-miss target. We're forming a little triangle, I would say. You can see it on the price, you can see it on the RSI. Which way is that likely to break? Normally, that would be breakdown, but these often break in the direction which isn't expected. CC, nice little rally here. Might need to retest that low. Possible test of this rising support trend line, but I think we've played out this move to the downside. We could be heading back up again. CT is still consolidating sideways after the breakup of this double bottom. We've still got an RSI 14 buy signal fixed on the daily chart, leaning weakly towards the upside. What I would say is I'm not wild about seeing it below the monthly pivot, which isn't really holding as support either. but hasn't been holding as resistance or support. If that crystallizes into resistance, then we can go down and retest this low. On ZW, nice move up, could be forming an IHS right shoulder. Don't think this would be big enough. So I think we need to put some more work in on that. Corn, 60-minute sell signal fix, has reached the possible near miss target. We will see how it goes from here. Not seeing anything compelling saying this isn't going higher, and I've got an obvious inverted head and shoulder neckline up here in about the 44 area. Soy, nothing compelling thing that's about to turn around, but we do have a nice looking little level top here, and we have a 60-minute sell signal fixed. Lumber has gone higher over the monthly pivot. Convert that, and we should be heading back up into a retest of the high. Live cattle. Does this look like flag forming? Certainly it does. Looks more like a little double top, although takes a one half dozen of the other. We could be heading back into a retest this low, which could make a nice looking little double bottom. Lean hogs broke down slightly from the double top. 6-minute sell signal, not quite at the possible near miss target area here. I'm not expecting to see a big decline from this. It doesn't really feel like it's going to level 1, but we could see a bit more downside first. All right, okay, let's have a quick look at questions. Right, no questions. Okay. Looking at SPX here, we have a nice looking flag here. We're not really seeing it anywhere else, but it is a nice looking flag, and this could be a bull flag. I think this is probably going to break up at the open today, and we will see where it goes. But it could take us back up into a retest of this high and a retest of the all-time high, which really looks like unfinished business to me. Nice looking low, almost made the target, might be close enough. At an obvious breakaway gap area here and finding support there, as it often will. It's I'm quite liking a low here. Waiting to see how that develops today, but this wouldn't be a bad place to sit. If we are going to retest the high, then this would probably be the obvious place to do that from. So we will see how that goes. All right, great. In that case, I think that's a wrap. I'll have everything posted as soon as possible. I'll catch you guys later, and everyone have a wonderful weekend. All right, cheers.